You know, I'm going to be coming back with the 4th record singing like Mariah. I want to blow everyone's mind.
That's what I want to hear now, man. I want those dog whistle notes. That's what I want from you, man, next time. That's what I want. Hey guys, James Wilson Taylor here for Roxanne with our latest video call, catching up with everybody while we're all stuck at home. I'm delighted that Palaye Royale are down the line now. How are you guys?
We're doing good. You know, trying to find ways to entertain ourselves. So,
sleep schedule is terrible, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It got better today, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I woke up at like 7 a.m. today, which was good. Because the other day I woke up at 10 p.m. So,
yeah. Schedules are a little weird, but yeah, we're finding our way through it.
Yeah, well, absolutely. And like many musicians we've seen already, you guys are really taking advantage of this time at home and trying some new stuff, which is cool. Talk to me about putting together these live streams, because what a great idea that was.
Yeah, I think it was one of those things that we're on tour and you're going from literally 100 miles per hour and you come off tour and being off quarantine and now being in quarantine and being like, honestly not able to do anything, and we're just like, all right, let's do something for the fans because we feel like we're in tour mode already. And the live streams, I was just like, you know what, we have backdrops from old tours, let's set it up at Remington's house and like have some props from old music videos, put it in and make it look like almost a late night television show. And I was like, all right, cool, we'll do one camera. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, we could do multi-camera, we can have all this stuff going, and I just like became like a television live producer all of a sudden. And then I kind of went a little bit overboard with the second week trying to do YouTube, and it crashed like immediately. So I guess you need like a better server than we have. But
it's nice you're getting ambitious though. It kept expanding and expanding by the looks of it, right?
We wanted to do game shows and everything.
Today though, we announced like the band, we're gonna do a PO box, and then like people can send letters and like whatever else, and like we'll respond and like send out some letters.
Yeah, you're thinking outside the box. It's a good attitude to have. Kind of come up with some new stuff while we're all starting here. Particularly, I mean, the fan moment I've seen put around the internet several times already. Dying in a hot tub. Now that's a fun concept.
Yeah, that was. I think that was Sebastian's idea. I was like, yeah, it's like let's play it in the hot tub. It was like,
that's easy.
It's genius. It was so obvious. It was like right there. I was like, wow.
We could have saved so much money for a music video and shot the whole music video in a hot tub.
That would have been perfect.
Yeah, keep it nice and simple. Nice and simple. Yeah, exactly. Nothing but comfort on these music videos.
Right?
Gotta get it done.
Coladas by the pool. I don't know. Nice.
It's a nice vibe for sure. Speaking of music videos, I do want to pick up because since we last saw you, obviously the Lonely music video came out. One of your more ambitious, actually, I would say, since recently. Talk to me about the development process of that, because it worked so well, that one, guys.
Yeah, so that one, that was my first directorial debut. I was very proud of that. I kind of wrote the whole video off like based off my childhood. So it was very, very personal song to me. It's talking it's touching on like child abuse and, like being like mentally and verbally abused and like trying to find a powerful way out of it. And I was trying to let kids know, like, if you're going through something similar, there always is like a way out,
Yeah, no, it's a powerful message. It comes across. It's nice to see as well. I mean, it's such a good meeting of the music video and the themes of the song. Like it really tied together really, really nicely in a kind of narrative way, which I guess is something you guys seem to keep wanting to do with this Bastards era, really bringing out the narrative a lot more this time, right?
Yeah. What we got going for even like the next music video we got in the chamber. It's I'm so proud of this concept. I cannot wait for everyone to to film it, number one. But yeah, we're kind of stuck in quarantine right now.
We have an animation video that's going to come out for Little Bastards. It kind of touches on like a Tim Burton kind of thing. We were going to eventually
shoot a music video,
make it like a mixture of animation and live, like people, but now we can't. So we're just going to release the just animation version.
And it's okay. It's obviously one of those things with animation. It's so funny because really touches up that it's all of us in a house, and it's just like we have the gas mask, and the outside world is like completely toxic. So it's like this weird thing that it came into play with exactly like we started doing this when we were leaving tour, but we just wanted to shoot a music video, and we were just like, it's not going to happen. So how can we get this done? So we're like, let's shoot an animation. And I think a lot of our fans, since they're so artistic in that sense that they've always been drawing and like they're so creative, I think they're going to actually appreciate it. It's really for the fans more than anything. Lonely, I think, is more of a widespread that a lot of new people are finding out about the band. But Little Bastards really feels like an animation that's just going to be like, the fans are going to get it instantly and they're going to love it. So, but you know, that's all we can really do. It's like on the road, you know, we're always meeting everyone and doing everything we can. So I feel like we're trying to keep our week busy without actually leaving the house. So we have Bastards Television we just started releasing, and I think it's shot so well and edited so well by our crew and team that came out with us, and it just really shows and demonstrates like what it is for us on the road, and we're like really letting the fans in on something that I feel like a lot of bands don't anymore, and we're just kind of very open with it, and it's really exciting to like have.
We are who we are.
Yeah. It's really exciting to have that, because I'm watching it as well and missing tour so fucking much. Like, so it's kind of like a good thing for me to watch. And I'm like, fuck, our lives are so cool when we're actually on the road. But when you're on the road, you never get a bird's eye view to see, wow, like we're actually doing something really incredible. But now being stuck at home and watching yourself, it's almost like, you're like, I want to do that. You know, it's like a really cool thing.
I mean, you're not the first person to have said it, man, but the amount of people we're talking to, obviously the main thing with bands, God, they just want to get back on the stage as soon as possible, man. I mean, you guys, especially with all these new songs that we've heard and they're in the locker and ready to go, you guys must just be absolutely dying to get out there and play these, right?
Yeah, we're so excited to get back out on the road. It's not the worst thing, because like, you know, people do get to like listen to the full album
and
like,
then see us tour.
So I'm not extremely bummed about the way like it worked out. Obviously, the world's in a very fragile state, and it's not just for, you know, safety first and everything. But yeah, I cannot wait to play the whole new record for everybody. So
I feel like it's very ironic though that O2's kicking Remington out of venues for public safety, and then all of a sudden this thing happens. I'm like, it's kind of, I feel like that now is going to be so far gone when we come back into the touring. That's not going to be the safety reason. They're going to be like, okay, hopefully not.
The O2 might still be.
The O2, yeah.
yeah, we might have to change the venues.
I think they do.
Yeah, we're in a whole new territory now, man. Whole new world. This is it. It's going to be interesting when it all kind of comes back into play. Speaking of the album, obviously fans so excited about it. I know last time we spoke, you kind of gave some hints about some tracks you're particularly excited about. What can you tell fans? What teasers can we do about the rest of the tracks that they've not heard yet? Any you're particularly excited about at the minute?
It's weird. It's one of the songs that I've like. We wrote in Sydney, Australia, like in soundcheck. It started like conception, and it's a song that I was kind of like, when we started recording it, Emerson was like so for it. It's a song called Doom, and now that I've been stuck at home and like the lyrics just keep on repeating, like I'm so empty, I'm like, I really like it. I go on my runs and I'm like, fuck, this is deep, this is heavy, this is like it's something so different. People are gonna hear it, and it's gonna be all the metal tours we used to go on. All those fans that like heard us on that, when they hear this, they're gonna be like, that's the heaviest shit we've heard. You know, it is like so heavy. And Lord of Lies is like just
a song called
next level
Anxiety.
Yeah,
which I'm really excited for. Like
That one's gonna be
everyone to hear.
You say that, man, though. It's one of the things, because like on this record, I think there's sounds from like all your career, obviously, and it definitely feels like a Palaye record. But yeah, some real heavy stuff on there this time. And what brought out that side of you guys?
I honestly think
Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn Manson had a big
There
part
it
of
is.
So, shout out to him.
And I think when we were on tour with Corey Taylor, when we were with Stone Sour, and seeing how he comes out as a fucking bull on stage, and you're like,
Corey,
what the
was
fuck?
like one of the first people in the industry that we like told. We were like, we want to do this like new project that has like gas masks.
We told him in Australia.
And he was like so like dad happy for us that we were just like, oh,
Yeah.
sick. Like we should totally.
He was like, masks, do it. That's an amazing idea. I was like,
he came up and gave us all hugs and stuff. We were playing what was the Good Things Festival in 2018 and 2019, one of those years, and it's probably 2018. And it was so funny. He comes up, and the moment we told him about the gas mask, he walks away, and then he runs back and he's like, "Okay, I have to fucking tell you. So for Slipknot, we're bringing out the bus from the music video. We're putting it on stage. We're gonna light it on fire." Like, he was like so excited to share that side of it, and it was one of those things I would never in a million years think that the lead singer of Slipknot would become of like one of the people that we've actually like really looked up to in that sense, and like he's a mentor. And you know, it was the same thing as like having Rob Zombie on the side of the stage and watching us and John 5. These are people like I would never expect would have any respect for us, and like we've earned that respect in the weirdest ways. And it's really like, it means a lot, because then it makes like a sense of, okay, we're actually supposed to be doing what we're doing. And if anyone's a naysayer of it, it's kind of like, well, we believe in ourselves, our fans do, but now these people that are like complete iconic human beings that, you know, some of the people
like, you know, we were all kids like sitting in fucking Vegas, you know, watching MTV and like seeing Manson come on, and then like seeing him at the side of the stage, like watching your stage, like, well, okay, I'm like, it's happening, it's fucking happening.
Yeah. No, for sure, man. It's so cool. It's so cool when that kind of thing happens. People you admire like that, just taking an interest in and having an influence. And on that note, with the album, obviously there's a chat with you, Remington, in the mag this month as well. And a really interesting quote I picked out there when I was reading it today. You were saying how the album didn't turn out like you guys expected, which I think is kind of interesting. Why would you say that?
Well, you know, I feel like we all had a certain vision for this record. I know Emerson did. He got, you know, we intended for this record just to kind of get all of our anger out. We almost expected it to be a little bit heavier all the way through. There is definitely some really heavy aspects, but I don't know, it kind of turned out differently than what we expected, and like so much better than I expected. I was like so happy.
I think going with the name The Bastards, it was kind of expecting something like just heavy. We wanted to play. There's a lot of songs that we were, you know, we were writing prior to a lot of songs that I even made the record. But like a song like Little Bastards came out, and Lonely were like the last couple tracks that I wrote for the record. To just see like the last 2 or 3 months of that album actually shaping into what it was, and lead singles became lead singles in the last like second, is kind of like a really exciting thing, because we thought we were done for the longest time, and then it was just like, even talking to a download, like probably 5 or 6 of those songs weren't even like in conception yet, which was really interesting.
I think that's the beauty of creation, though. It's just like when you initially start doing something, you're like so enthralled by it, and then the moment you kind of near its completion, and once it is complete, you just want to do something new, I guess. I think that's the good thing about being an artist, though, is like if you ever create something, you're like, well, that's it. That was it, guys. You know,
let me put it on the fridge. It was great.
Yeah, it was weird. It's like, I think I was coming home. It was after, I think it's kind of one of our last tours for like for the last year. It was, I think, September. We were all coming home from Australia. We were like all completely dead. You know, I hadn't slept in like 36 hours or something. And then like I'm in like an Uber back to my house, and then I'm like writing the lyrics for Lonely. And like I just like text them to my producer, because it's like such a fucking long Uber ride from LAX for some reason. But so I'm texting the lyrics to my producer. He's like, "What are you doing right now?" I'm like, "Ubering home." He's like, No. He's like, "Are you super tired?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Perfect. Come on, let's record this thing." I was like, "Okay." And then we did Lonely in like an hour or two, and I kind of fell asleep like while I was recording.
Wow. I mean, yeah, I guess when you've got something special, you need to just kind of lay it down and get it out there, right? Yeah, makes sense, man. Emerson, I've got to ask you, I guess in particular, this comic book project, man, you know all the fans are very excited for this. Tell me more, give me more hints. What can fans fully expect from the completed project?
Well, initially I was only going to have 12 days home in between the Europe tour and the American tour. And I was going to use that as well as I could to like sleep and draw as much as I could. But now that I have this like infinite amount of isolation time, I've just been using it. It's arts. My life is arts and crafts, but now it's like
we give him gold stars every day. You know, we're just like, you did so good. We're gonna hang it on the fridge.
Give him his little juice box.
Dude, we all wish our lives were arts and crafts, man. That's a good way to live right there.
I'm gonna cut him some apple slices. It's gonna be great.
Some raisins.
I wish you guys would be.
Some Cheerios.
Little ants on the log.
But yeah, the release date is looking a lot sooner than it was going to. Because like I met Exo Billy in person in Sweden actually, which was a really cool experience. Because like I've never had a pen pal in my life before, and so I would consider her to be one. Where we were just creating for like the last year and a half together. So now we're definitely nearing the completion of Volume 1. We just wanted to make sure that the storyline was intriguing enough for someone that didn't even know who the band was, but also for someone that is so invested into this band that like if you've watched all the videos and you see even the smallest details within music videos, it's there and it symbolizes something. To me, that's special because like hand drawing every single page, you have the luxury to add hidden things in very secretly. So I know there will be a select few that pick up on kind of what I've been doing within each page.
That's interesting, man. Because yeah, obviously, I guess something like that's always going to be of appealing to your fan base and all that kind of stuff. But you think this might actually be a good entry point for people into the band as well?
Yeah, I don't think you have to really know this band to enjoy the graphic novel, and like that's why I felt it was so important to write Volume 1 in that way. And like I restarted it with Exo Billy probably a year ago, just because it just wasn't what it was meant to be. But that's the beauty of arts and crafts.
And I believe the branch. I believe like having branches of like in our situation, like Palaye Royale is like the music starts at first, but it's always been like there's these things.
That's like the root.
Yeah.
And then
we got many branches,
but then Sebastian's going to go into cooking school, and he's going to be the next Julia Child.
No, Sebastian might have his own gin soon.
Yeah.
Dope.
Oh, is that true? You're actually going to do it now? That's awesome, man. That's very cool idea.
Never ever buy it.
But
Gin
I would do it tequila country, but that would be way down the line.
But that's the thing. It's like the makeup.
I'm a big fan of juice boxes. I think I've created a juice box.
Palaye Royale juice box. I'd be into that. I could see that working.
Maybe a little Nutella chocolate milk. I don't know.
I'm thinking in this
out
in this time of quarantine, like releasing a puzzle, like a 1,000-piece puzzle.
Man, that would sell very well. I could see that.
Right.
And what was funny because like what people have started doing in a time of quarantine is like it's very like pure and like almost back to like childhood time, whereas like you can use these hours to like invest yourself into something you're interested in. And, like I've been meditating more, which is like helping my mental health. Cause like I don't know if you
get meditation naked.
It sometimes yes.
I don't want to know that.
You dedicate like
Don't want to know
at
that.
least 15 to 20 minutes to like focus on your mental health a day. I think that's important. And like I was definitely forgetting to do that.
I was definitely like I was on a run, and it was just funny to see that, you know, everyone's now complaining that they're home and they're having to like stay home. But then it's like I hear people complaining about their jobs on a daily fucking basis. It's the weirdest thing. You're fine, like Larry David complaining about their jobs. Like when people will complain about their jobs when they're working, and then now that they get to stay home from their jobs, now they're complaining that they can't be working. It's like this whole thing, and Larry David said it perfectly. It's like, for all you idiots out there, you're finally able to stay at home. Stay at home. I'm the problem. I'm the old guy. And it was this whole thing, and it was just the way he depicted it. It was just one of those things.
Well, I mean,
it's like
the grass is always greener, but I mean, this virus has affected so many people. So many people are unemployed now, and it's like
I'm not saying on the unemployment side of things. I just feel like you should take this moment to just really find yourself, and you're now given kind of almost a restart and finding like what makes you truly happy, and kind of like you're not seeing your friends all the time, so you can also like. I was like, if people are bringing you down in the real world, you're able to now reevaluate, and when you go back, you're able to rethink everything, and it's really nice. Like it's almost.
I've been like looking up, like this is even like super weird. I've been looking up like YouTube videos of like I'm trying to like sing, like expand my range even more, you know, and this is like the perfect time to do it. So, You know, I'm gonna be coming back with the 4th record, singing like Mariah. I want to blow everyone's mind.
That's what I want to hear now, man. I want those dog whistle notes. That's what I want from you, man. Next time. That's what I want.
John, we're gonna be barking, listening to this record.
Remington's gonna give an Ariana Grande ponytail.
Yes, it's the look. It's what we want. But no, like you say, like it's about making the most. I think now, especially now that everyone's realizing this is going to go on for a while in some shape or form, it's about making the most of the time. It's about finding ways of coping and finding things to occupy your time. And on that note, have you guys figured out any more of these grand ideas? Because like I say, the live stream works so well. Are you writing more music while you've got this time? Or what kind of stuff are you working on?
We're writing the 4th record right now, actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're already, you know, so the second this thing gets kind of like lifted for a little bit, we're going to go straight to producer's house, start recording it.
Yeah. Also, something exciting that I've been working on with the girl I did the tarot cards with. We're doing a newspaper for the band where we're publicizing a lot of like the fan base's artwork, poetry, philosophy. Because I think it's a really cool thing to give a platform for like our soldiers to be featured and celebrated, as with our own like
Almost a gazette.
No, it's like a full-on like newspaper. Because we did one 3 years ago called the Royal Times, and that was like right as like, we were on tour with Sleeping with Sirens and stuff.
We were with Andy Black when we first started, and he started writing the first one.
Yeah,
We were sleeping in a van, and we were like, we need to tell the stories. And
this is like the revisited version of that. So that should be out in like a couple months maybe.
Man, exciting stuff. Yeah, no, it's nice to hear you guys have still got loads of stuff coming, and obviously fans really looking forward to the album. It's good to see you guys, and keep doing what you're doing and stay safe, all right? It's been really good to chat to you as always.
Good to see you. I missed your face.
I know, right? Hopefully, I keep saying this to everybody, but I really hope we get to do this face-to-face sooner rather than later, man.
Yeah.
Crazy times.
it's going to be like Oliver Tree. Everyone's going to have to be in a bubble, and we're all going to be bubble boy.
Yeah, that's it. We'll do an interview from at least 2 meters apart. It'll be all good.
Right.
It'll work nicely, right?
Like 6 feet apart. Like,
waving from afar. Guys, always a pleasure. All right, take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon.
hey, thank you so much.
Nice one. Thank you, guys. Palaye Royale.